Thin people's comfort should never come at the expense of fat people's dignity. Period.
And I think what we learned from that is that Jae Bae neither has comfort nor dignity at the moment, as she is currently in an inpatient facility.
Period. 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 Period.
Hey everyone, I'm back, and as you can see, I'm in my St. Patrick's Day getup. Not that I'm going anywhere for St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I'm a 30-something-year-old woman. Where would I go, right? Where would I go? No, I'm staying at home. I put on my makeup and I got in front of my computer because that's what I do these days, okay? I'm too tired to go out. Beer is calories, okay? Beer is calories. It is a lot of calories that I don't need. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay on diet. I was out all weekend trying not to eat. That sounds so bad to say. I did eat, guys. I did eat. I'm just on a deficit. I just mean like when you're out with friends or out with new people, the people are like, hey, let's get something to eat. And you're like, oh my God, everything here is fried, right? And you just gotta like avoid the French fries, avoid the onion rings. I think I got like a chicken quesadilla and it came and it was like this big. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have one piece. Everybody else take the rest of it. But yeah, anyways, that was a really long ramble. Looking at my face, if you're noticing, wow, why is she so sparkly? It's because I meant to put sparkles only on my eyes and I messed up and it got all over my face instead. I think I like a sparkle mustache right now too. So, okay, back to the Jae Bae stuff. So I'm sure you guys all know that Jae Bae was arrested, right? Right. I mean, I kind of knew when I posted a video about her. I'd seen that some fat influencer was arrested, and then like as I was looking into her, I think for that first video, I was like, wait a second, this woman was arrested. This is the one they were talking about, right? Because like I just like saw some like inklings of it on the internet, and everybody's been reporting on it now. And yeah, but apparently there's been an update. Okay, there's been an update. We got some more information, and guys, she's still like being held by the authorities. Okay, I don't think she's in jail, but it seems like she's in a mental health facility. She's being evaluated for competency. So let's just go back to the like original story. Okay, let's go back to what was actually first reported on by like everybody on YouTube. Okay, this is like 2 weeks ago. It's like breaking thanks to a user on here. We were tipped off that Jae Bae was arrested. Charges included Class C felony. This is public information, et cetera, et cetera. Because what we do know, we know she was misused in the 911 system, that she was like interference with a healthcare facility, resisting arrest, obstructing law enforcement, which I'm guessing this is both things together, criminal trespass. Because like from what we can figure, like it seems like her boyfriend was trying to like kick her out of the house, and because they were breaking up, and assault. I'm guessing this was towards the boyfriend in question. And this is all public information, okay? So it's all public information. I got this on Reddit, okay? And they said it's public information. So she has the bond amount, about $2,500, bail about $2,500, et cetera, et cetera. She's still in there though. Nobody came to bail her out. Awkward. Eventually, I was gonna do my own little deep dive on this and figure out what's going on. I wasn't even sure I was gonna make it into a video, but I had people in my comments like asking, like, is she still in jail? And people in my comments were ones that were giving me actually more information than I was actually finding on the internet. It wasn't until I sat down to look at what I was gonna film today. My friend Tiki, one of my good friends for many, many years, sent me this Kiwi Farms link about, hey, guess what? She's still in jail, right? Like, yeah, that's to answer your question. She's still like being held. I'm not actually in jail as far as I know, but like in a mental health facility. Like, let's take a look at some of the stuff that was pulled up on Kiwi Farms. Apparently, on the 11th, they order her to some kind of inpatient mental health situation to restore competency, give her some pills to see if she chills, and sit her into a defendant's chair, right? And so we have more like public information here. They ordered the competency evaluation on March 5th. So she, like, remember, she's been in jail for like 2 weeks by this point, right? 2 weeks. Nobody came to bail her out. Nobody came to, it seems, help her. Like, I don't even know if she could afford a lawyer. Okay. Like, remember, she was doing like a GoFundMe or something and she raised $415. We know she has partnerships with McDonald's. We know that she has partnerships with Walmart. Who knows how much she's actually getting paid for that? And if she already spent it, like, we know she goes on vacation a lot. So it's quite possible. And here we have, like, she's probably working with a public defender because she would be out of jail by now if she had anything other than a public defender. The fact that they ordered this competency evaluation 2 weeks in, that to me says something. That to me says like she messed up in some way, because it seems like another thing they did was they authorized use of force on the 14th. Okay, so that's like 3 days ago, authorization of use of force. So people are like speculating that maybe she like attacked a healthcare worker or attacked another law enforcement officer while she was being held or in the hospital or whatever. My personal opinion is I think she's not being aggressive, even though she was arrested on some aggression. I think she's being overtly passive. So what does that mean? That means that she was likely refusing to move. So they have to use of force because she's refusing to move. And remember, she is so large that it would take excessive use of force to actually get her to go somewhere and to actually be compliant and go to these different places within the facility where she's being held. I could totally see that being a scenario that I don't think anybody else is talking about. It's like she could just sit her butt down and be like, make me move. And they're like, okay, get the court order, make her move. Right. And nobody in their right mind is doing that because, and I saw another commenter point this out, where she's so used to having like the world revolve around her. Like she's so used to getting her way and kind of creating this weird perception that the world should have to accommodate her in every aspect of her life due to her body size, when it's just like, sorry, you're an extreme outlier. The world can't accommodate an extreme outlier every single time, right? And there are a lot of accommodations as it is for larger people. And so she's probably in there, they're telling her these certain things, like they're giving her a dose of reality, but she's been so reinforced by this toxic, like really delusional fat acceptance community that she doesn't understand. Like, no, woman, this is the real world. Okay, you have to do these things. You have to do these things if you want to get out of here. And she's like, no, make me. I'm just gonna sit here. And now they're making her. And I was like also on Reddit, and they have this video here where they're kind of showing the charges and stuff in more detail and the updated charges. And her like court appointment date was moved from this week, Wednesday, I believe, to like May. Like it's been moved out 2 months because they're doing the competency evaluation. And it just like really makes you wonder, like she was in there for 2 weeks and only now they're doing the competency evaluation. So she must have, like I said, she must have done something. And the fact that they pushed it out 2 months means that they're really wanting to take a good look at her. Okay. They really want to, there's something going on here. And I mean, obviously, you knew something had to be going on when talked about the manner in which she was arrested. Like, it seems like she was calling 911, she was trespassing, she was being aggressive. So we know she was not in her right mind when she was arrested. So, like, gotta feel sorry for her for that. Cause, like, I'm not like, no one's like celebrating the downfall of somebody for any kind of mental health issues. But it does, I think, go to show that the average person who buys into this rhetoric of fat acceptance is not all there, right? Like there is definitely something going on mentally with most of these people. In my personal opinion, most of these people. Okay, I know some of y'all just buying into it until you can get your Ozempic prescription, and then you're getting out as fast as you can. I'm so sorry that had to be the route for you. But with people like Jae Bae, like the biggest influencers, the ones who are telling you that you can be healthy at like however much she weighs, like I can only imagine it has between somewhere like 500 and 600 pounds, right? And claiming that she can be healthy, even though she's like, oh no, I am unhealthy, but she's like refusing to connect that to her weight. Like, there is something more going on. You only can get to that kind of weight, in my personal opinion, if you have something going on up here. Obviously, there's extreme exceptions. There's always hormonal issues and things like that. But even people with hormonal issues, once you figure out what the issue is, you should be able to lose weight. And I say that from example, okay? I've lost a lot of weight. I still have more to lose. I had a whole bunch of hormonal issues and a genetic disease that took me a long time to figure out how to lose weight and like appropriately and properly to keep it off, and how to exercise to not aggravate my joint issues. And now I am actually losing weight. So it can be done. But it just goes to show these people who are saying, oh, I can't lose weight from this really large size. It's no, there is something mentally keeping you there in that position. I think Jae Bae is a perfect example of now seeing that mental thing getting her into even more trouble. Some other interesting comments I've seen people like bring up in regards to what's going on in jail is like, yeah, there's some like snarky comments that are like, maybe she'll do a hotel review on the jail cell, right? And they like talk about how they didn't accommodate her big size. But that is actually something I would be concerned about, because you think about jails are very standardized, right? A lot of them are corporate, are state owned or federal owned, and it's all standardized. So is the bed big enough? Is the cell even big enough? Is she actually able to walk through the jail cell? And let's say she's not in jail anymore, but she's in the mental health facility. Is the mental health facility even large enough? And then let's talk about the food, right? Like, they're definitely not going to be giving her thousands and thousands of calories per day of what she's likely used to eating to maintain her weight. They're going to give her a standard portion. Okay, maybe a little extra just because she, it's going to get really upset. But this is a person who likely has a disorder that involves overeating, and she is going to be extremely hungry. I mean, let's take the disorder out of the equation. She'd be extremely hungry because she's not getting the amount of calories that she's used to. And then because she's so stressed out, she's going to have that need to want to consume more food, and she's not going to be able to. I can imagine in that case, maybe that's one of the reasons why she might have become more aggressive to give her this competency evaluation. But like I said, it could also be the passivity that we talked about. But I do also wonder, is the competency not just about the fact that she became violent and the arrest? Like maybe it has to do with that she's getting aggressive because she's not getting enough food to her standards. It's just a thought, guys. I have no idea. It's just something that I would consider. And as I was looking at these comments a little bit more, we have like more confirmation about like where she is. And this person, like, ignore this picture. This picture's freaking me out a little bit. But this person says, I can guarantee that Jalen's at the Eastern State Hospital. It's like facility. That's what the ESH in the comments was for. The review hearing date means, blah, blah, blah. Her housing facility is probably still listed as BCCD because that's who currently has her in custody despite her temporary stay at ESH. That's very interesting. So, like, I don't know how any of this works, but I'm glad other people on the internet, like, know more than I do and can actually, like, do that. And this person, like, added something else. Like, it amazes me that she wasn't able to hold her stuff together and act like a reasonable, sane human being and thus avoid a competency evaluation in the first place. She messed up badly by assaulting either a healthcare worker or a cop. So was already in big trouble. And really the only thing that might have helped her was to be compliant, cooperative, and a model inmate. But no, evidently Jalen only made things worse for herself. It came to be such something. I don't want to read that out loud, but you can read it for yourself. She warranted a competency eval. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Okay. It says use of force order allows her to be kept on involuntary psych hold for up to 5 days. Wow. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Okay. Like she could definitely have lost her SHIT, so to speak, and that's why she's being held longer. For all we know, they recognize the other disorder that she has with eating, and they're like, ooh, something's going on here. Because they would keep you on a few day hold as well if they discovered you had a restrictive disorder, so to speak. But obviously, like, I know we'll come to learn more in the future, and this is all I could figure out at the time. And dang, okay, I would not want to be Jae Bae right now, okay? I would not want to be in a mental health facility. But if you guys know anything else, like, let me know down below. I mean, I want to be so obsessed with this person and his, like, stalker or whatever, but it's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy about what's going on. And honestly, I wish her the best, okay? I wish her the best. I hope that she gets the help that she needs, that she recovers. I hope she's able to lose some weight while she's being held because like maybe that'll make her feel better, right? And maybe she gets a little detoxed from eating so much and she's able to lose the body fat. Like this is was the worst way to do it, honestly. It might help her out a bit. But anyways, let me know what you think. Have you like heard anything? As I've asked many times, let me know. And I will update you as soon as I know anything else. Okay, right. Yeah, let's roll on this together, I guess. All I know is if I disappear for a few days, don't assume the worst. But anyways, you guys have a great night and I'll talk to you later.